Hello and welcome to biology class. I am Shikha Sharma from Adarsh Vidya Mandir Shankar Vidyapith Mount Abu for class 12. Today we will start with the topic that is organism and populations. So first we have to know what are organisms. So what is biological organization? Biological organization starts with the macromolecules. Macromolecule is the smallest level of the biological organization. So what are macromolecules? Macromolecules are the chemicals, biochemicals, which like the DNA, proteins, carbohydrate, which makes our body, which makes the cells. So macromolecules, they are combined forms, right? DNA, RNA, proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, they all make the cells. So cells are made up of macromolecules. Okay, and cell is the basic unit of life. It means the body of plant, animals and microbes are made up of cells only. Cell is the structural, functional and hereditary unit of life. Then the next level is tissues. Tissues are the group of cells. They are made up of many cells. But what is the condition? All the cells are originated from single mother cell. What is the meaning of this? Look at here. Now this is the mother cell. And by the mitosis or meiosis process, mitosis and meiosis, these are the cell division types. By this process, these mother cell is divided into daughter cells. These are the daughter cells. Then daughter cells further divide. After growth, they further divide. So what happens? These four cells, these group of cells, these are the daughter cells. They are originated from single mother cell. This is the mother cell, which all these four daughter cells are originated from single mother cells. So they make the tissue. Okay, so what is tissue? Tissue is a group of cells and all the cells are originated from single mother cells. Their origin is similar and also their function is also similar. Okay, then the next level is organs. Organs like stomach, kidney, liver, all are made up of tissues. So tissues, many tissues are combined to form the organs. Clear? Then many organs like in the alimentary canal, in the digestive system, stomach, intestine, esophagus, buccal cavity, digestive glands like salivary gland, liver, pancreas, all are the organs and they are combined formed to make the organ systems. Organ systems. In our body, there are many organ systems present like excretory system, kidneys, urethra, all are the forms the excretory system, digestive system, respiratory system. The main respiratory organs are lungs, but trachea, bronchus, bronchioles, they are the helping organs. So many types of organ systems are present in our body and many organ systems are combinedly formed individual organism is formed by the many organ systems. Okay, then the individual means they are similar in a species. Same species, they make the population, like human population, tiger population, leopard population. So in the population, same species individuals are combined to form the population. Now the next is communities. What are communities? Many populations. Many population means the population of different species. The population of different species are combined to form the community. In a community, different types of species, different types of populations are present. Then many communities are combined to form the ecosystem. So ecosystem is a very big unit like pond ecosystem, grassland ecosystem, desert ecosystem. These are the ecosystem which are made up of biotic and abiotic components, and mainly many communities are present in the ecosystem. And in an ecosystem, all the livings are depend on non-livings also. All the biotic components are depend on the abiotic components, and they are also interrelated. And many ecosystems is ocean ecosystem, pond ecosystem, grassland ecosystem, tree ecosystem, they are combinedly forms the biome. So biome is the largest level of biological organization. This is the biological organization. Now we come to the ecology. Today we will start the branch of biology, ecology. So first we have to understand what is ecology. So ecology is the branch of biology which studies the interaction among the organisms. In this ecology, we study the different organisms and their interactions, and also the organism and its physical environment interactions is also studied in the ecology. Physical environment means abiotic components. Abiotic components are also essential for the organism. So how organisms are depend on the abiotic component, then how organisms are interrelated, they interact with each other. We will study in this branch, that is ecology. Now we come to the ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Ecosystem is the large unit, and it is made up of abiotic and biotic factors. Biotic factors are the plant, animals and microbes, and abiotic factors are the different physical factors like temperature, water, light and soil. So they are also very important for the surviving of species in the world. So what is the first abiotic factor? That is temperature. Temperature, it ranges from sub-zero. Sub-zero means maybe below zero, that is in the polar region, to more than 50 degrees Celsius in the tropical desert, like Rajasthan. In the desert area, Jaisalmer part, the temperature may go above the 50 degrees Celsius, but in polar region, the temperature it is about the -50, -60. So the temperature, it ranges from the -50 to more than 50 degrees Celsius. So according to the temperature tolerance power, organism can be divided into two categories. These are the eurythermal and stenothermal. What is eurythermal? Eurythermal are the animals. Those animals can tolerate wide range of temperature. But stenothermal are the animals which are restricted to narrow range of temperature. Now the second is water. Water is most important factor for the living. All the activities, biochemical activities like anabolic and catabolic activities, they are not can be possible without the water. And the composition of water and pH of water is also very important. And according to the salinity of the water in the sea and oceans, the organism, they may be of two types. It is euryhaline. Euryhaline animals can tolerate a wide range of salinity. They are present mainly in the oceans. And stenohaline. Stenohaline means these animals restricted to a narrow range. And freshwater animals can live in sea water. But how it is possible? It is not possible because the osmotic problems are there. Okay? Because the osmotic problems are there. If the freshwater animals you keep in the sea water, in the marine water, what happens? All the water inside the body of animal, it's by the exosmosis process, it remove out from the body and it will be dead. Now the next word is precipitation. What is precipitation? Rainfall and snowfall, both are known as the precipitation. The third abiotic component is light. Light is very necessary for the photosynthesis process. Photosynthesis is the process by which plant makes their food. Okay, and the ultimate source of the light is sun. So the plant absorb the light from the sun and they make the food for us, for plants only and animals also. And intensity and duration of light is also very important. According to the intensity and duration of light, this is known as the photo period, and according to the photoperiodism, the plant may be of three types, that is long day plant, short day plant and intermediate plant. Now the last abiotic factor is soil. Soil is very important, soil composition is very important, the size of grain determine the percolation and water holding capacity, and according to the water holding capacity, the soil may be sterile and fertile. So the vegetation of a particular area is depend upon the soil pH, mineral composition and topography. So it is all about the abiotic component of ecosystem. Thank you.